Nachi Sasuke here for the time being. If I ever actually change my YouTube name, I'm going to be attempting to do a Let's Play series on the dating sim from Dead by Daylight. I don't know that I'm going to do all of the options. I was gifted it for Christmas and never got around to it. But I'm scrolling through mostly the waste time before I get to the part where like YouTube might get mad at me. So I'm gonna read out the synopsis of the game, read out the warnings at the bottom of it, and then the video proper will start. So you wake up on the beach of a strange island, your memory wiped, your pockets empty. Not another living soul inside, except, of course, the four lusty killers playing volleyball in the sand nearby. Who are you? How did you get here? What is the ocean talking to you? Unravel these mysteries and find out what makes each character tick as you flirt, banter, and woo your way into their hearts in this darkly comedic adventure. But choose your words wisely. These killers are passionate and powerful in equal measure, and this seductive dream can become a nightmare quicker than you think. Features: an all-inclusive getaway. Get drawn into a choice-driven dating sim where killers become lovable, nothing is quite what it seems, and your Dead by Daylight fantasies can finally come true. Order a tropical cocktail, take a long sip, and quench that thirst. Sun and Shade. Did you know the entity has a beach realm? Not many do. Explore multiple locations, both spooky and serene, on this island paradise at the edge of eternity. Romance different characters with each playthrough to visit new, exciting areas as you enjoy cameos from a few familiar faces along the way. If looks could kill, flirt with four completely different yet equally tantalizing Dead by Daylight killers. Choose the right words to help them shed their inhibitions while unlocking deeply intimate sides of their personalities. Earn multiple unique endings for each killer, from passionate true love to platonic friendship to bitter loathing, just like real dating. Busy Fingers. Prove yourself to your paramour by mastering a series of flirtatious minigames to advance the plot. Answer quizzes, hunt for treasure, carve meat, and more, earning praise or scorn based on your performance. And also you get some stuff for Dead by Daylight. Now the warnings. So, photosensitivity, epilepsy, seizures, read this notice before playing. A very small percentage of people may experience epileptic seizures or blackouts when exposed to certain kinds of flashing lights or light patterns. These persons, or even people who have no history of seizures or epilepsy, may experience epileptic symptoms or seizures while playing video games. If you or any of your relatives has an epileptic condition or has had seizures of any kind, consult your physician before playing this game. Immediately discontinue use and consult a physician if you or your child experience any of the following symptoms: dizziness, altered vision, eye or muscle twitching, involuntary movement, loss of awareness, disorientation, or convulsions. Parents should watch for or ask their children about the above symptoms. You may reduce risk of photosensitive epileptic seizures by taking the following precautions. Sit farther from the screen, use a smaller screen, play in a well-lit room, do not play when you are drowsy or fatigued. And mature content description. The developers describe the content like this. The game contains violent language, just in text, no visual depictions of violence, crude humor, sexual humor, violence against non-humans, never depicted, rare, swearing, and bloody imagery, rare in static images. Okay? So, that's everything I had to say before we actually start playing this game, so I will see you on the beach. Howdy, 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 my name's Nachi Sasuke, and welcome to Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. I got this for Christmas and then forgot about it because I hadn't used Steam in a while. So, we're going to start a new game. I know who I want to start with. So, first I gotta enter my name. Let's go for that. So, we're on the beach because the entity has a beach resort. For some reason. I don't really know a whole lot about Dead by Daylight, because it's not my kind of game, even though I'd like it to be. Anyway. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. I can't swim, so that tracks. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name. but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. That cloud looked like an angry old man. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Saltwater will do that. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. I got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Winnie. May I continue? Please. Please, go on. Okay, then, as I was... as I was saying, you look down at your feet ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh. It's not mine, is it? A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? I'm gonna dig up that face! You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh, it's got money. Or something. There is no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Well, guess you're not going across the river Styx. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Looks like it's dancing. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No, it's mine. No thanks. Look, I'm going to level with you here. That coin you found? It's mine. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Did you just give it back? No, it's mine. No. Be that way then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Wilson! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. You stare down and frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. I don't know how these people sound. Little help, please. You turn around and what you see what's waiting for you. Your jaw just about hits the ground. She's swole! I'm not sure what's happening here, but you're also swole-ish. Hat! Did you just blink? Or did your eye... Okay, you did. Swole, but you got something on you. Just a little bit of... Alright. Everybody's swole! Except for her, but she got the hat. Her hat's swole. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy and a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you by your eyes. Why? All y'all are undead? Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do? Toss it back. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in the huntress's hands. Yeah, I really don't know what kind of voice she's supposed to have. I like those muscles, though. Not bad, stranger. The huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, naturally, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But, at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Winnie. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Well, if it's anything like real life, I suck at volleyball, so... It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit! And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seem to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game existence, that is. I really don't know what they're supposed to sound like, so I don't know if anybody who watches my channel, if anyone watches this, plays Dead by Daylight, but I am positive I'm getting their voices wrong. Besides, you seem a lot more interested in a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Okay, so I guess the spirit was the tree person and the wraith is the lady. Okay. I used to play as her when I briefly tried that game, but I forget, man. That was Wraith, that's Simon, okay, so the wraith is the tree person. I was right, I'm stupid in multiple directions. Multifaceted dumbass. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slackjaw moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill him or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Axe. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Winnie, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Am I being timed? Damn you! This is a time quiz and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one, I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I have, my self-esteem is in the negatives. Yes, I'll say average. Pretty average, I think. Just another face in the crowd, another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. I'm a liger lady. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? I'm afraid of heights, but flight would save so much money in public transportation. Flight, for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? It was math, unfortunately. Probably math. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal? Cat. I mean, I do like ferrets, but I'm also a liger. Definitely a cat. Do y'all not like cats? Oh. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm a typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love for all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do. But you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? That's not a color. Honestly, none of these. My favorite color is pink, now that I've finally accepted that about myself. But blood red is the closest to that, I guess. Blood orange. Red! Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. I mean, I guess. What's your dream job? Between the three? Time. Is the drum the time? Astronaut. Space! Space! It'd be pretty amazing to be an astronaut, I think. It's hard to imagine being farther away from anyone than floating in space. The cold, inky vastness of nothing forever. Best flavor of ice cream! One of these things is not like the other. I'm gonna say vanilla, cause... Vanilla? My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Are you left? Hold on a second, this reminds me, I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? I'm still saying vanilla, bitch! The best flavor is vanilla! You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Bite me. The best flavor is vanilla. A rebel, eh? Not in my dating sim. You have to understand. It feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometimes. Loser. Oh, you gotta pick my favorite baby. Skip it about beep boop beep boop. I gotta do the quiz again. That's Shabashabu. What's this button do? Nothing. Beep beep boop beep boop bop doop beep doo doo beep doo. I've returned to the quiz. Oh, and on board Sabashbu. I'm still going to say average. I'm still going to say flight. It was still math. It's still cats. I'm still going to say blood red. I guess I'm still going to say astronaut. Best flavor of ice cream, I'm still going to say vanilla. Until the point where you get mad at me about it. Okay, so let me skip it up. Ba-da. Bop. I'm going to say no, and then I'm going to say yeah. I just had mint chocolate chip ice cream for the first time like last week against my will, and it's okay. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're going to do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I just realized I gave him the voice of the shark dude from Dreamkeepers. But I haven't done that guy's voice in like 3 years, so I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Rude? Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big, dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. I mean, oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. It's a weird statement. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but not a literal ghost. I just created a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Well, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I said we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? My first choice was going to be Spirit. I didn't know Huntress was going to be ripped. I did not know Huntress was going to be ripped. You can't do this to me, man. Ah! And I suck at volleyball. Damn it. Give me the muscles. I hate that I interrupted your game. You should finish it. Yay! I love to play outdoors. I also love to meet new people. Can you put the axe away? I don't think that's how you play volleyball. I also love to bring them home to play. I am regretting my decisions. I'm sort of a big kid at heart. Obviously you are too. I like you already. I hate people who are too serious. They ruin everything. Well, they do if you don't handle them swiftly. Where did the axe go? I know I said put it away, but where did you put it? Who are you people? Hold on for just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. Ooh. Was that supposed to be the... None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. Autonomy, whatever. I think I said it right first time. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this island. Dwight? Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though? Oh, right, that's true, he was, but he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has a much fancier accommodation than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out, very luxurious. It doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Let me hit save again. Okay, I guess I can't. Volleyball? Wow, it's so exciting to have someone else into athletics on this island. Spirit and Wraith are so boring and Trapper is so predictable. Relying on brute strength to win games, he has no respect at all for grace and skill. Okay. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht! What kind of person wants to be sitting duck in the middle of the ocean? You're just asking for a sneak attack from an elk. Nope. What? Let me save the game again. Wondered how long it would take for her to bring up an elk attack. Game's starting up again, make sure you're watching close. Okay. She's really something, huh? Them muscles, though. Elk don't swim? Live in the forest long enough and you'll see an elk swim, believe you me. Cheer for me, cute stuff. The killers resumed their place on the volleyball court and resumed the match they were playing before you arrived. Hey, fancy a lemonade? I see you working up a thirst eyeing those bouncing buns playing volleyball. Don't say it like that. That's weird. Thought I'd hand you a lemonade. Ooh, so fresh, so tart. She leans in and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on to win, Who's the MVP of your little heart? You're nervous. You don't want any of these killers to hear you talking about them, or not talking about them if they're into that sort of thing. Just pick someone! Please, it's not like we got all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity, or anything. Who put sand in that guy's shorts? Sheesh. Okay, I think, I thought that picking the volleyball game was how I pick Huntress. If this is how I pick Huntress, honestly, between the muscles and the elk comment, I must know more. I'll be back for you someday. But for now, muscles. Huntress? Oh shoot, Huntress overheard you. Aw, you got your eye on me? I'm flattered that you think I'm good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually I'm so sneaky that you can barely see me at all. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to support the other people on the island, right? Oh, jeez. I have no idea what the rules are here. Are there even rules? I should have stayed in my secret Larry. My secret Larry. Wow, what a game! It's a tie! Can there even be a tie in volleyball? No one knows since this is everyone's first time playing. These killers don't usually have time for team sports amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. Hey, is Claudette crying? Are you okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this resort had 4 employees when it opened. It's nothing, I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh look, the killers have dispersed and are all cooling down in their own way. Spirit is reading a novel, Trapper is stretching sensually in between chainsaw curls, Wraith is standing on the beach desperately hoping that the sand will swallow him up, and Huntress is doing some target practice with her bloodied hatchet. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. You should make a move! Life is short! You get snuffed out any time of day! Carpe diem! Carpe diem! Carpe diem! Go ahead! Chat one of them up! So which killer has caught your eye? How many times are you going to make me do this? Am I supposed to just ping pong? I'm not going to ping pong. Ping pong feels like I'm going to get shanked. Huntress again. You head over to Huntress. After all, this whole sporty hangout thing was her idea. Might as well see how she's doing. You're really great out there. Where'd you learn to move like that? Whose moves? My moves? These moves? They're nothing. Huntress blushes a bit from beneath her mask. It's cute on cute if you ask me. Sometimes you gotta look past some bloodstains. I was going to say there's only the one, but then I saw there's some on the mask too. I've somehow completely missed the ones on the mask. A lot of men have run for their lives in my presence. You really learn a lot about what the human body is capable of in those types of scenarios. I love to exercise. In a way, we're all running for our lives when we keep in shape. I guess I've never thought of fitness that way. Maybe it's time to start. You never know who's coming for you through the brush as fast as they can, propelled forward by hunger, desperation, or just plain old boredom. You don't even have to use the axe on me, you can just use your thighs. It'll be the same result, it's cool. Doesn't seem like boredom is going to be your problem surrounded by all these characters. Survival, on the other hand, you're going to need to compensate for your lack of a killer instinct. What's your style? Imagination. What I lack in fitness, I try to make up for in imagination. I like to make up little games for myself to play. My imagination is very vivid. I can imagine 2 of us, panting, sweating, our clothes torn. Ma'am, I'm with you. Our hands gripping the sheer face of a cliff's rock walls we climb. Not exactly where I was going, but sure. Up to a cavern entrance, a dark cave, slick with dew, shimmering in moonlight. I'm back with you. A pack of wolves awaits us there, friends. Enemies? Dinner? We look into each other's eyes, then back at the wolves, and together we all howl! Howl! It sure sounds exciting. My blood is pumping just thinking about it. Come on, everyone! The fun of games can't be over already! I get it, I get volleyball. Not ruthless enough. Look at us! We crave action. We crave excitement. We crave the thrill of the hunt. It's time to see if our friend here has the hunter's instinct. I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court, Wenny. I just really like your muscles, I'm sorry. Huntress waves a bloody axe in the air and you step back nervously before you realize she's not waving it at you, she's handing it to you. Don't worry, I've got several of these. It's important to hone your skills, especially when you're in a new place where the threats may lurk around every corner. You need to make sure that you are the biggest threat of all. Just don't aim those things at me. You can't even see me. Mini-games consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while with the target to win. If you land on the target, you will lose. To achieve perfect success, land on the target, the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play? Would you like me to repeat that? I got it. Ready! Away we go! Show them what you got. Perfect! I missed. You missed completely. I missed completely again. I'm gonna die. It's getting faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. Missed completely. It is getting faster. So close. Looks like someone was a little distracted. Am I going to get killed for this? Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry. I was staring at Hunter's gorgeously ripped, glistening arms. Have you ever been so jealous of a person that it keeps you up at night? Just me? Liar. What's that? A whole target practice minigame came and went. You completely blew it. Looks like her form got the best of both of us. Hatchet throwing? Cool, I guess. I like my stabbing to be a bit more up close and personal. Somewhere loud horn blows and the survivors snap into action. Time's up! You heard him! Get to the next activity! Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint! You were expecting what? Capture the flag? You know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic you find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Who the heck are you? Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there! You're looking good, Wenny. Real good. No. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper consider opposite ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope y'all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite! Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know considering what you've been up to. Who are you gonna get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat! Hey Winnie, you think what I'm thinking? Probably not. It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? That is not what I was thinking. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at that spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. They are. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, clean. At least it's clean where the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only options. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please, stop, please. I hate it when we fight or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great! Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Winnie, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix' dinner. Otherwise this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Mini games. Oh, goddammit. I'm going to die. Okay, ready to play? Would you like to be... I got it. Ready! Away we go. Slice. Fuck. Perfect. Perfect. It is getting faster. Fuck. Okay, cool. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. Okay, so apparently the spirit liked that mini game, but Huntress wants to kill me because I can't axe. For real! The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean... Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could have been if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Winnie. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut of my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. But you just told me how you don't eat either. I think they want an explanation why. What do you tell them? Look at that seagull! Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Winnie. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did, poor thing. Why do y'all know that? You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear! You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. That or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you need to do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something even worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? I don't know. Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Fake. Mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. What? So I gotta make choices that the narrator likes, but I also have to make choices that the ocean likes. The minigame very quickly becomes unfair. Am I even supposed to be able to succeed? Oh good, you're okay. Sometimes when I try and care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Which will be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been so long since I had a normal, happy, healthy living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's heads open with a hatchet before I really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was going to narrate that fact, not, just say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful mask! Your bunny mask is quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it that you kill people? Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes, but she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. You didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. Alright, sure, whatever. When on Murderer's Island, you might as well just eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry. And you chow down on the jerky. And you can chow down on jerky essentially, right? How would... I love some! After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe is not human thigh meat, you decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Dang, you're really going there? You do not play around, Winnie. Huntress takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say, it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you, Winnie. There was this one deer that looked at me quite provocatively at a clearing once, but that doesn't count, does it? You hear the faintest giggles bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. Haha, you're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. Whoa, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip. Probably left behind by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago who was definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow or show off your knowledge of some advanced humaning? Nah, it's fine. Huntress is admittedly a little scary. Might be best not to correct her at this moment. What if she gets upset? She could probably kill you with nothing more than this very clip itself wielded as a blade in her nimble fingers. But honestly, would she even need the clip? Certainly her bare hands are enough to get the job done. You gulp thinking about just how fragile your preeny little neck is. Narrator number 1, I'm pretty sure I established that if she's going to break my neck, it's going to be done with her thighs. Also, between the fainting human jerky and the probably dead girl's hair clip, you're feeling ready to get back to the group and have a lie down. Good thinking. Wouldn't want that jerky to dry out. I hate to break this to you, but never mind. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving about in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend to each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time, and this way we'll be late. I'm sick. No time for excuses. Can I save? I can. Boop. Close. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for what? After what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Alright, geez. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack and slash and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Winnie, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Honestly, I kind of want to... I should just stick with what I've been doing so far. I choose you! Huntress! Throws Pokeball. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience has been carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside the deep and ominous red wood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return, and the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told a story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. Well, they told of a creature that lurks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear it into her domain, and not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair, stained with the blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there, for what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the Huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girl she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way.
The huntress would even bring the girls presents. Toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress had never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard fills the air. I'm not singing it. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. Oh, the drums are the... I'm not making a joke. Join in singing. I just can't believe you know this song. You share an intimate glance across the campfire. Oh, she's blushing. Oh, I'm still not going to sing it though. So there'd be the words. The song ends and you're both met with silence around the campfire. I'm going to save again because there's probably choices coming. Close. I love that song! Bayushka, the old Soviet lullaby, right? It is the song my mother used to sing to me before bed every night. But now I must go. The memories there are so much. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. I like sardines. I had lobster once and it wasn't that good. No one can give you what I can. A lot of purple? You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all that campfire with a dip in a hot tub, shall we? The what? Dipping in hot tubs with the huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. What, do you not want me to get in the hot tub with the huntress? You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. How cool! No way! How cool! That's really awesome! Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. And just faux shyly twirls her hair. Tell the truth. What did you think of my tale? Do I have the makings of a best-selling author such as the comedic mastermind Dostoevsky? It was really well-told narrative, clear beginning, middle, and end, riveted from the start. Plus, the woman in the forest, I mean, you, are clearly not a true villain. You were just a traumatized child. Okay, now you're just being a suck-up. Huntress' eyes leer at you from behind the mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. Chuckle awkwardly at her statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves we're about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed! Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting, but after a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow, Wenny? Only if I don't see you first.
You make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow you shoot in her teeth, then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kind of hard to tell.
Good night, my little snack.
I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress's story about the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children, an attempt to save them that led to their doom.
Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island?
Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your tale, Claudia and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that by firelight.
We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're gonna make you comfortable or die trying.
They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire.
Perhaps some music that will put you at ease? Just try to keep volume to a minimum, or our other guests aren't the types you want to rob of their beauty sleep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Minigame ba-ba-da-ba. I know how it works. I guess one more chance to die before bed. Okay, ready? Away we go! As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. What? 98.1 WOGL, Philadelphia.
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means
let's see what's on this station.
First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else, either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make...
Turn it off. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Well, she said she needs her beauty sleep, so I guess the spirit, since she probably doesn't need to sleep? But I still feel like if I pick another one after all these times picking Huntress, something bad is going to happen. But I'm going to pick the one who's not actually alive. Basically.
Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company.
Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless.
I like to listen to flute music, dabble on some essential oils, and steam my pores.
Really?
What? Even the dead like to relax.
I don't really have any of those things around. Whoa. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo.
I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though, and if you lose it, well,
you'll get your revenge on me?
If it's the last thing I do.
You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling? Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one's still undeniably odd. Really worked up a sweat watching those killers toss the ball around, huh? Would it have hurt so much to go splash around in some cool ocean waves afterwards? I'm just saying. I'm out here, you know. You wake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Trapper is sitting behind you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake! I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know they're not what they seem. Not like me, who was obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I do not take rejection well. Two, the first thing is very important to remember. Are you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing sting lines rating out for me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That'll make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of this scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you? Remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone for real this time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Weird dreams or next day? How long is this? Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These are some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end up bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today's a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off of my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill, and... Trapper, ugh. Where do I begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop them. Might just have to kill Dwight just to feel anything again. I'm not really sure how I feel about Winnie. On one hand, everyone I've ever cared for has met an awful fate, so it's probably good for Winnie if they just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, something about them that maybe could work out for my plan. For me. I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe? Okay, those are choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that's used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Alright, so what I just got from that was... Trapper's weird. Huntress would be fine without me, but fine with me. Wraith would be fine without me, but fine with me. And Spirit, who was the one I wanted the game for in the first place, would be cool with friendship. But I'm gonna save and stop here, because this is proving to be much, much longer than I expected. And I guess if anybody wants another episode of this, let me know in the comments. And if not, I'll just play it on my own time. So I'll give it like a week after upload to see if anybody gives a damn. And if not, then I'll play it on my own time. So, it's been Anachi Sasuke. This was Hooked on You, a Dead by Dating Dead by Dating? Maybe? Dead by Daylight dating sim. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.